is Maria. The purpose of this video is justice for those with disabilities. Why am I doing this? Because everyone matters. Everyone. Today we're going to talk about the type of discrimination that happens in the workplace to people with disabilities. What kind of disabilities, you say? There are two types of disabilities, physical and psychological. Both of those are recognized disabilities. Now you may say, what? There are laws against that. What about the ADA? Aren't there federal laws against discriminating against someone who has a disability in the workplace? Why, yes, there is. Employers will say, well, this is a right to work state. And that is true. The problem is the proof falls on the person who has been discriminated against to prove that it was due to their disability. That is the problem. So much of this goes unnoticed, and frankly, no one talks about it because people say, well, there's laws against that. You can't do that. Well, that is true. You shouldn't do that if you're an employer, morally, ethically, and legally. However, it happens. It happens all the time. It happens every day. It happens in every state. Yes, it happens. So what I would suggest to do first in order to educate yourself is go to ada.gov, the United States Department of Justice Civil Rights Division. Go to ada.gov. For immediate information on enforcing the ADA, you need to go to that site and look at reports and updates. That talks about the enforcement of the ADA. We don't need to create new laws. The laws are already there. You can also find, if you are an employer or an employee or an applicant, you can also find Disability Rights Online Newsletter on that same site under Reports and Updates. There is already a newsletter for you created by the Department of Justice. So you need to look there for your most recent information. Okay? The reason I want to talk about this, and I'm going to have several guests in the future on both sides of the table, but the reason I want to talk about this is because no one else exposes the ugly reality of disability discrimination. People delude themselves that it doesn't exist. It does exist. It happens every day. I'm going to give several examples from several guests from their personal stories. Who do I want to reach? I want to reach caretakers of those who have disabilities and who want to work. And these caretakers can possibly help them. I want to reach autism moms. I want to reach Texas legislators. I want to reach those who have either a physical or psychological disability and give them avenues of assistance in order to gain employment. Now, what's interesting is that 36% of people with disabilities are employed. 76.6% are unemployed, and they want to work. They have something that they can offer society. They want to work. That is information that is directly comes from the 2019 U.S. Census Bureau. I was looking at the census earlier because I know that I have to turn in the census information for 2020. I know that's a really hot topic this year, is the 2020 census. So I was looking at those statistics, and there are so many people that want to work and can contribute to society that either have a disability or they have a disability that has not been diagnosed. So my goal is to first talk about this and get it out in the open, because nobody talks about it, because there's laws. Nobody talks about it. So I want to talk about it. I want to provide that's number one. I want to talk about it, get it out in the open. And number two, I want to provide a platform, a venue for those who are seeking employment and have been discriminated against, or feel that they are coming up against discrimination in the workplace. You know, those who want to work and have a disability. Now, when I say those who have a disability, and we're listing physical and psychological, there's so many different categories, There's veterans, people who have just come out of the military and they have a disability. That's any gender, female or male. There are people who are born with disabilities who want to work, and they have incredible roadblocks. I've discussed this with many of them, and a lot of this comes from my own personal experience, and some of this comes from other arenas. I have a journalism and theater background. So yes, this has come up quite a bit. Also want to talk about people with disabilities over the age of 50, and that's male or female. So there's a lot that we're going to cover this year, but for now, I want to concentrate on the next 6 weeks of exposing how this happens. So I want to end this by saying, I appreciate you clicking on this, because it shows that you're interested in bringing this pink elephant out into the room. And I invite you to the next episode, and I'm going to have many episodes with many guests to share their experiences. You can contact me at the link below if you wish to appear on this channel. Thank you so much.